The word get is a verb. The dictionary defines it as receiving or having possession, use, or enjoyment of, coming to a specified place, arriving, reaching, and lastly, to succeed, to become enabled, or to be permitted. So with all that said, did you get it? Good. Welcome to Get the Podcast.
You better get it while the getting's good. It won't be long until I'm gone in all likelihood. Misinformed is an excuse, be the engine that could. I know my roots, I know my rights, and still misunderstood. I'm getting to it.
Hey, what's up, people? It's your friendly neighborhood Negro, JC. And Get the Pod is a micro pod where I give my 2 cents, a couple quarters, and a few dollars on some hot button issues in not only the Black community, but the overall global community. All of the episodes will be under 20 minutes with the goal of, hopefully, getting you to the point of fruitful and meaningful conversations with those in your immediate friend groups and circles. So, you got it now?
Yep.
You get it yet?
Think so.
Good. Let's go. All right. What's up, guys? So today, I made a TikTok video about this, but we're going to talk about Asian American violence. And for starters, I would like to say that what happened was horrible, but not surprising, considering the way that white supremacy functions. I think what is surprising, not really to Black people in this country, or even like Spanish, people in this country. I think it's surprising to us. No, I think it's surprising to Asian people that it happened. Me and a friend were having a conversation, and he was in a relationship with an Asian young lady for over, like a decade. So he got to be really, he got enveloped in and kind of in depth into the culture because of his proximity to, the culture, because of his girlfriend at the time. And he says to me, he broke it down to me in a way that I hadn't really conceptualized before. The model minority trope, which is, of course, that, Asians are the model minority because they stay out of trouble, they get good grades, they work hard, they get given 20,000 checks and an apology for all of the bullshit that they went through, even though Black people have been here for 500 years and we still ain't got a 40 acres and a fucking mule. I digress. But yeah, and so the thing is why can't Black people be more like Asians, right? So that's the model minority trope. And so there was, before I say this, I have to preface it. There was a video I was watching one time with a Native American woman, and she broke down the way that white people see Black people, possibly Spanish people, and, Native Americans. And she says that, Black people, y'all are the workhorses, right? Y'all are the mule in the field. Y'all are the horse dragging the hoe. You know what I'm saying? Y'all are the workforce. Spanish people, depending on you guys are the in-house. You guys are you guys are less than the child, but more than a pet. And she said, Native Americans, we are the deer that sits on the wall that the hunter shot, right? So that way he can look at that deer and remember his kill, or remember his greatness. And we're the exotic thing, a reminder of days since past. That's what Native Americans are. And so I listened to the way that she described Spanish people, and for a while it clicked. But, after our conversation last night with my homeboy, I realized that was incorrect. Spanish people are actually out there with us in the fields. We just, but Black folk is out in the cotton fields. Spanish folk is a little bit closer to the house because they're a little bit lighter skinned and a little bit easier to deal with. Asian people, they're the dog in the house, right? They're the pet or the kitty cat. Asian people to white people, it's kind of like they see them as pets, right? They're fetishized, they're exoticized. They're looked at as docile and loyal, you know, and in Asian minds, you know, they're good, or at least they thought they were good, you know, because at the end of the day, while Chad may crack a joke about how chinky your eyes are, at least Chad isn't trying to hang you from a tree or shoot you dead in the street or kneel on your neck or any of the things, right? So it's like, if I have to take this verbal microaggression versus a physical aggression, then that's what I'll do. And I can't say that I blame them for that. Like, it's a smart tactic, right? When it's like, okay, either we can continue to stand with you guys in the fight for your rights, or we can step off to the side, mind our own damn business, and white people will leave us the fuck alone, right? Until the coronavirus. And the actual funniest thing about all of this to me is that white people are going around assaulting Asian people for quote unquote bringing disease to this country. Okay, so if we want to do that, then we should kill all of you white motherfuckers for bringing disease to this country way back in the 1500s. Smallpox, syphilis, the common cold, influenza. I could go on, I'm not. And I just think that it's just really, really funny how they, because as a black man in America, we ain't never gonna forget shit. Black folk don't forget a damn thing. We the elephants, we don't forget shit. But forgive, don't forget. I just think it's interesting, you know, this weird white supremacist notion that they brought this disease to our country. Bitch, well, you brought your white asses on ships with disease to this country and committed a genocide of the people that literally fed and clothed you, right? But you have the nerve to, anyway, we're not going to get into that. And yeah, it's just really, really mind blowing to me. This and Asian people are so quick to jump on the bandwagon of anti-blackness that it's actually kind of ironic, because we're in this, like, my boy was like, somebody posted something on Twitter and it was like, say their names, and they were listing the victims, and it's like, he's like, hold on, sweetie, you did this wrong. Like, you there's a playbook for this. Ask the blacks. And it is. That's the funny thing. Like, whenever it comes to oppression, right, the oppression Olympics helps nobody that is not white, right? The oppression Olympics does not do a damn thing for anybody that is not white in America, right? So me talking about what's happened to me, a Native American person talking about what's happened to them, an Asian American talking about a Latin American, a Spanish American person, it doesn't do any good, right? It doesn't do any good, because even when we talk about Spanish people or Native Americans, because first of all, the only difference between a Native American and a Mexican is where that motherfucking imaginary line was drawn. Okay? People don't even know that the Texas Rangers were literally hired federal assassins that would come in and kill off Native Americans and or Mexicans, depending on the time frame, and, literally kill them off for white people to move into their land, right? So when we talk about a whole oppression Olympics, Mexican people are owed everything because Texas used to extend all the way up to fucking Colorado. And it was all of California. So again, we're not going to do the oppression Olympics thing, right? We're not going to do the oppression Olympics thing. But what I will say is, it's kind of like my homeboy said, he said, there's a playbook for how to get what you want. There's a playbook for how to fight back. There's a playbook for this shit that you're experiencing. And all you have to do is come to the black people, because we've been doing this shit way longer than you. Or go to the Asian, or go to the Native Americans, because they the fucking OGs of this shit. Like, that's all you have to do. But I always find that people don't want to consult us because we're us, right? You don't want to talk to the people that wrote the book because we're the people that wrote the book. If the book was written by anybody else, fairer complected, or fairer complexion, you would have no trouble reading this book and gleaming lessons from it and believing the teachings, you know. But for whatever reason, when it comes to black folk, y'all don't want to listen to us. Like, black people have been trying to tell Asian people, like, yo, y'all ain't safe. Y'all ain't good. Y'all ain't good. You see how white people, you see how little Timmy will go and skin and gut a cat just because he felt like it? He got mad that day? What the fuck you think will happen to y'all? Literally. This man said that he had a sex addiction and he had to kill them to stop himself from, you know, I guess, raping them or something. I don't even know. None of this makes sense. But that's my point, right? The same way Timmy will go, the same way Connor will go and skin that motherfucking cat, he'll go and kill 6 Asian women in a motherfucking spa. It's the same difference. You just think that you're good because of your proximity to whiteness. The proximity to whiteness is what fools you into thinking that you're okay. Sweetie, you're not white. You will never be white, right? You might be preferred, but never forget your place in this society. And these murders, tragic as they are a reminder to anyone that is not white in this country that you are not good. All right? There was a whole fucking uprising last year about this shit. What did you think? Anytime any person can be oppressed for the way that they appear, if you don't think it can happen to you, sweetie, you're out of your goddamn motherfucking mind. Right? Because you believe the lies that they told. And Asian culture in and of itself, they're made to be subservient, right? They're made to bow down to the king. Like, this is what, you know, don't make a fuss. Don't cause trouble. Do what you're supposed to do. Do your work, finish work, go home. Like, that's their culture. And so it's just, like I said, it's a very tragic thing. I hate that it happened. I'm tired of crazy white men just, I don't know. This is not 1890 anymore. Like, you just can't go around killing people that don't look like you because they don't look like you, right? Like, this isn't, why do you keep doing it because you've been allowed to do it for hundreds of years. So it's hard to break that streak. That's why I just answered my own question. But that's it, man. It's frustrating because it's like, we told you so, right? Nobody listens to black people until it's too late. Like, it's the frustration. It's like, y'all ain't good, fam. Y'all have never been good. There have been specific acts, literally acts of Congress to stop your entrance to this country, to stop your progress in this country, to literally put you in boxes and horsesheds and all of this shit. You're not good. Just because you got a $20,000 check, you're not good. This is the richest country in the world. What's $20,000? Bitch, that's pocket change. Y'all ain't good, fam. Y'all not good. And it's just frustrating because there's a lot of similarities in betwixt the treatment of both of our ethnic groups. But because you have believed the lie that the white man has told you that you are better than the black people, and this proximity thing has convinced you that you're better than us, right? Because you jumped on this anti-black wagon train thing. Because of that, you're in the predicament that you're in now, and you don't know what to do, right? Please stop killing us. Why the fuck would they do that? They haven't stopped killing black people yet. Like, what you think this is? Like, bitch, you're not good. You're not good. One of us ain't free until all of us are free. And that's just it. That's period. I'm done. Bye. Get the Podcast is a production from the OVT Network with original artwork by Kenzo Sturdivant and original music by Sincerely Blit. The podcast is hosted and edited by me, your friendly neighborhood Negro, JC. If you found value in anything I've said here today, please subscribe, like, share, and comment on YouTube or Instagram at the OVT Network. You can also connect with me, JC, on IG at JC from the OVT. Got to keep it simple, right? Don't forget to rate us 5 stars and subscribe on Apple Podcasts, Stitcher, Spotify, or wherever your podcasts are casted. And lastly, did you know that if you share this podcast with just one person, we would double in size the community? So, with that being said, get to sharing, goddammit. Thanks so much, guys. Appreciate you listening. Peace.